What's up, Doc? What's cooking? Good looking? How are the kids? Raggy, your cat. No, your mother eats cat poop. Scoop. I gotta come up with a reason for me being here. I mean, not that there's any other reason other than to see you. This being the very same setting that my last update was is quite worrisome. I'm sure that's how it might feel or will be. Well, I won't die. I also started learning French for a whole 4 days, and it wasn't even my New Year's resolution. I don't know. I felt something. I felt something. Isn't that what we all just want in life? Is to feel. If I had another person right here, then I'd be able to make those jokes that we call the say. Put something in front of me, and I'll joke about it. We're not the best comedic duo I see. Practice, okay? But that was the wrong facial expression. I've stopped watching SpongeBob for my comfort. I should start again, but it's a whole long story. Bringing the Xbox One from the lounge into my room. Cat poop. He's not just a dog, he speaks. I can't remember the whole of last year. There were really good parts actually, but then I had really bad parts. You're not the nicest material.
Let's sing together.
If only I could still sing like you, Fimbo.
Tell me a story.
I have my driver's license now. I got to it a bit later than my peers that I don't interact with because a lot of my friends don't have their driver's licenses either because, well, I don't have many friends. So actually, I'm in the lead. I may be behind in life on other things, but I can drive. Not very far. Isn't it difficult being on your own sometimes? Especially when you're driving a car. I failed my first test. I just finished the yard, all the parking, and I was driving out of the traffic department, and I pulled in front of a car coming past. In my mind, I was like, that was pretty dangerous, right? And he told me not to do anything dangerous. I drove a little bit more and then he told me to pull over. I wasn't comprehending this situation. And then I pulled over and he said, "Don't get out the car until I'm there." So then I got out the car, went to his side in the passenger seat, and I was like, surely I'm not what? And then he drove me around the block back to the traffic department and he never told me I failed. I just got out the car, realized, and then cried. The second test I did a month later. Aren't you proud? I just got right back to it. And then I passed my second one. Ooh, I have never apologized so many times in my life. Every time she said something to me, I apologized. Speed up, ma'am. You're holding up traffic. Every time I said sorry, she was like, "Focus on your test, ma'am." So I went through an array of emotions. I nearly cried. I would get really angry because she kept calling me ma'am and she kept telling me to focus. I was really focused. That's why I was going so slow. I wasn't actually going that slow. I wasn't that slow. I wasn't holding up traffic. There were barely any cars. I have to do hand signals. I can't handle the noise of the window being open. So as soon as we started the test, I was like, rolled the window up. She said, right, hand signal. They don't instruct very easily. They don't say do this, they just say. And it's harder to do the thing if they don't say to do it. So you're supposed to put your hand out to do the hand signal. So then I elbowed the window, but I didn't apologize for it. And then I got back to the traffic department and then I cried. But I passed, but they didn't tell me I did. I cried for a while and then I had to go get my picture taken for my license. That was a really boring story and you'll only care if you care about me.
Oh, I like that.
If you don't mind, I'll tell you another story. I took my driving test, cried, passed, cried, picture. Right. Now, I went to work right after, and it was my first time cashing up. A lady got mad at me when I was closing. I was closing the doors, and she started coming in, and I don't know why I said, sorry, we're closing. I should have just let her in because the boss came and he's never really at the store. He came down, he was there at that exact moment as she was shouting at me. And she said, this is the second time she's done this to me. I didn't, in fact, do it twice. I'm sure he was aware. But he, like, I don't know, he took them outside, talked to them. They came back and she was so happy. And they bought so many things. And I stood there and they ignored me. And I felt weird. I didn't say anything to my boss. But overall, I didn't cry. And now I'm still too scared to drive. I can drive, but scared. Speaking of my job, I was sitting on the stool that's broken. Two boys came in. Boys, men. I don't, it's weird. If you're in my age group, you're not a man. I'm no woman either. So yeah, I was sitting on the broken stool. I stood up to greet them, and my jeans got caught on the stool, and I fell like 3 times because I kept on trying to like get up, but the stool was in the way. When I was getting to know my co-workers, one of them has been there for 14 years, and I said, hey, do you find that you have a lot of embarrassing moments or interactions? Because, you're working with people every day, all the time. Surely there are embarrassing things that have happened, right? And she says, no, I've been working there for 5 months. I'd really like to experience everything, not everything, more. Also, what do you want to see? What must I talk about? What content shall I make? Because surely I cannot keep talking about stuff like me. I would find anything I do a bit lame. That's a good word. I'm cool, but pretty lame. Maybe. Oops. Ooh. Oh, sounded like a tummy rumble. Ooh, tummy? Oh, what was it called? Tumble Bear. When I was 4, 5 at school, we would have Tumble Bear. It was on this foam mat, and this lady, she would make obstacle courses. So you just like step over things and like roll on like a rolly thing, and then try to learn how to tie shoelaces with fake flat shoes with holes in them. I didn't learn it that day. You know when I did learn it? It was on the stairs of my dad's house, and my mum was there and said, I'll buy you a Michael Jackson CD. Okay, now a loop here, and now my dad makes fun of me for tying them the way my mum does. But he's really nice overall. I need something to trigger me. Not in a bad way. I need something to trigger, like, words, thoughts. I've trained myself to not think. Yeah, it has to be entertaining, right? I have to be entertaining. Ah, this is a nothing sandwich. But it's fine. You can talk about nothing. You can just keep going. And at the end of the day, nothing was said. And you never run out of things to say. And you never feel that, like, oh dear, they know too much. And you never come across as negative or like you're a complainer, because you're not. You're not anything. And I haven't quite talked about nothing. I have talked about myself, but I can talk about nothing. Check me out. Let us make a deal. I will keep posting if you like like you want stuff, and I can give you stuff, and then you help, but 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 you don't have any responsibility, but you have a good heart. And you know what I believe? That I'm sure everyone out there, like you, I'm not singling you out. I know how that feels. It doesn't feel good. I'll be alright. You'll be alright. We'll be alright, right? You feel free to mention any ideas on what you would like and what you do like already, and we can interact. Am I asking too much? No, I'm just speaking. I'll speak. I'll speak. I'm sure one person can say something. I'm sure one person has something to say. Happy New Year. Wishing everybody a good luck with coming up with something for me to try. Look, we gotta get this going, people. We gotta push me. We gotta bully me, okay? I'm disappearing for years at a time. That's bad. That's wrong. Someone, I came onto YouTube today and I read a comment that was commented a few days ago on my Tourette's alphabet challenge video, and someone said, "Good content, keep it up." I don't know how to keep that up. Oh God, when I talk about it, it gets worse. I never talk about it these days, and they are like day to day. They're not gone. I still do them. They're just really subtle. But they get worse. Stress. They get bad at work, which is the worst time to get bad. I'm taking in retail, but I don't swear anymore. Now,
Let's get closer.
je suis un artiste. That's me right there. An artist, because I don't know how to say anything else that I do. And I'm not an artist, nothing of the sort. But check out my art right there. That was done 3 years ago. Do you think I could do that now? No. Oh God, just speak for me.
Shall we play? Hug me one more time.
Nuzzle.
Oh, this is fun.
Too bad it's over. I have yellow teeth in real life. I don't know if it translates into the camera, but one day I won't have yellow eyes. I mean teeth. Bye. So much has happened. I don't understand. Does she have no shame?